7075 aluminum chassis. I don't think even if I run this over in my real car at an incline, I don't think this thing's going to bend. Brand new chassis, Arrma Limitless. This live video, we're going to be breaking down this brand spanking new, I still smell Horizon Hobby on it. That's how new it is. All I did was take it out of the box. It's a brand spanking new Limitless. We're not putting it on this chassis yet, but we're just breaking every single thing down for a future project. That's what it is. So Arrma Limitless, breakdown, and eventually you guys will see on YouTube a chassis just like, well, it's basically that one, but I can't show it to you because it's covered under NDA, but that's what this will be used for. So this is going to be a 12S build. This is basically the identical chassis with what I'm putting everything on. So it's going to be cool. Have the tripod out over here as well. Hydro is actually scared of Project Megalodon here. And if you haven't seen Innovation RC on Instagram, so I will pretty much tease it on there as well. So that's what we are doing. Look at this beautiful JBIRC 7075 aluminum chassis, PPS motor mount, and we also have the servo mount on there as well. This thing is just wicked. I swear, I could throw it on the ground and it's going to break the ground. Welcome back to Innovation RC Live. That's what we're going to be doing today. Appreciate all of you guys who are already in here. Let me try to get some, what's it called? See what comments you guys are doing real quick. And okay, let's see here. Just give me a minute. All right, there we go. Let's see. RD Javi Live, appreciate it. How's it going? SPAW Airguns, do I sell takeoff parts? I mean, I could. I don't know what I'm going to be using or not using with this build yet, but we're going to be finding that out. So I'm actually going to prop you guys up over here on the awesome tripod of awesomeness. Speaking of awesomeness, I do appreciate all of you guys. I mean, my words have kind of got scratched out over there. But these are all the people who actually donated in the previous streams, and I appreciate all of them. Hyperflow, Brian, the RC Rat Bag, Melvin Vega, Sean Massey, That Big, Reg. We have Stuart Dance, and we're going to have others as well. So I appreciate all of you guys who do that. Everything is used to go onto the channel here. So let me try to make this work and happen. There we go. All right. Not that bad at all. All right. How's it going? How's it going? Yes, sir. I believe that is the truth. Hyperflow fans, they make some amazing fans as well. All right, so let me know if you guys can see. I have everything tripoded up over here. Got this brand spanking new Limitless. Actually, I could take this down. All right. So step one, what we want to do is remove. There we go. We want to remove the tires. And that's what we're going to do. And I also have I call this the trap phone. Yeah, so I can see all of you guys, whoever makes a comment, I'll see it on there. So we're going to commence this build right now. And here we go. Project Megalodon. This is where it all starts. And it's going to be crazy because this is 99% not with what it's going to be. I actually have the actual chassis out there. What's covered under NDA because there's brand new parts on it unreleased yet, and this is going to be the test vehicle. So that's what we are doing right now, making a test vehicle. And these vehicles, you got to keep in mind, you're risking them almost every single time. You don't know with brand new products. That's where this hits, and can't talk about it. But that's not a bad thing. Wow, these tires are not on too tight at all. I took no effort to take off the, nice. Actually, I have a little bit more light being reflected. All right, so this is here. We got our nuts. We're going to move that. Boom, boom. All right. So what I want to do is start by taking literally everything off of this. really doesn't matter where we start. So what I like to do is start with you either want to start with 2.5 millimeter or 2 millimeter. You don't want to like swap. Take off all the 2.5 and then take off all the 2s. So we're going to start with the 2.5. Where'd my driver go? So I know that these right here, this is the motor mount. Yeah, good thing I didn't hit that with the screw gun. You want to break these loose because they are Loctited. These are the motor mount bolts. All that the screw gun is used for is to take everything off. You don't want to break anything loose with it. We have these over here. These are, yeah, it's going to be steering posts. And I believe that's going to be it for metal. So now we can just go along here. Oh yeah, that was tight. Brand new Limitless. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you, thank you. Hope everyone's doing well. For Wednesday. Missed the last couple Wednesdays. Just been doing some work. We're super busy. But that's what we're doing. All right, let's see. Any other comments? Not yet. Not yet. All right, so is this good enough? Let me know. Is it let me know if it is good enough, if you could see it, if you can't see it. Scream it out in the chat, and you know. Maybe I could do this right here, bring it a little bit closer. All right. That was amazing. How on earth did this just happen? That just broke. That was amazing. Okay, well, tripod just broke. That was ridiculous. Thing was built by Traxxas for sure. Where did the other part go? That was horrible, actually. I don't know what this is. Yeah, this just broke. Damn, well, that knuck and futz. I think it could have actually just been the weight of the vehicle. Oh my god, the vehicle, the phone, and everything else on it. But I'm just going to try to do this single-handedly. It's going to be horrible. Okay, so we can't take that one out. That was ridiculous, guys. My friggin' tripod just fell over and broke. I was trying to lean it over so you can see a little bit better, but that was ridiculous. Okay, everything up over here. Mr. Bo, yeah, I dropped you. Crap. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was just stupid. That's honestly kind of irritating. Like, imagine just starting a live and your tripod breaks. Actually, we don't have to do those last ones. Okay, you don't have to do them. Okay. Either way, I'm good with both my hands. So I'm holding it with one. Yeah, and I have the flash on, so all good in the hood. We will make it work. It's what we do. It's what we do. It's what we do. Yeah, that was just stupid. Honestly, stupid tripod. All right, let me just try to think here. What else can I use? Thinking quick. Maybe I can use this. This actually isn't that bad. Something heavy. Actually, we got a motor mount right here. This is a DBXL PPS motor mount. I think I can probably... No, I can't. It's going to fall. Damn, well, that sucks. That's stupid and sucks. Maybe I could do a battery. Let's try to think here. Damn. All right, well, just going to leave you guys in the dark. It's not how I roll here. Oh, maybe I could actually do that. Put it upside down in this motor mount right here. If you guys can see, I could probably just do this. Oh my God, that is perfect. Look at that, no hands. Oh, that's actually better than what the tripod was doing. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm happy this stupid tripod broke. I kind of like this angle. Let me know what you guys think. Man, screw that tripod. Embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for myself. That was a stupid break. No biggie though. Everything breaks. Everything breaks. Now, what really makes a difference is how you recover from whatever mistake you make. Now, you see that? Now we're up and better. All right. Yes, sir. All right, so we got all the 2s out. I mean, 2.5s. Let's take this out. Now we're going to be doing the 2s. So this is the smaller bolt heads. Every single bolt's coming out here. Thank you guys for putting up with gravity. I mean, the stupidity of the tripod falling. So not everything goes according to plan, at least on live. These are the battery trays right here. Working our way around the right one. Okay, battery tray seems to be out. Boom, now we're doing the left battery tray. Easy peasy, easy peasy. We're literally taking this whole thing apart. Yeah, definitely not cool. I don't think I'm cool. I think I'm a clumsy idiot 80% of the time. So believe me. All right, let's check. Let's check. That's a 2.5. 2.5. And what I like to do is just space out all the bolts. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'd like to put them usually between a driver. So we have our 2.5s here and 2s over there, just so you know where things are. And I'm going to try to use my finger to get this guy up. There's going to be a bunch of nuts underneath. All right, I'm pretty sure we're good minus that one bolt. I'm going to have to hold the driver on the other side. Unfortunately, I hate doing this, but look at that. All the guts just came out of this Limitless. What we just got to do, whoop, got to lift the tower. There we go, the tower's up. There we go. Holding our 2.5 back. This is undoing the chassis brace now. And this is what's going to separate the rear and the front. Just like that. Literally, just like that. Now, if you just want to wiggle the back out. If it wants to come out, that'd be nice. Yeah, we have all the bolts out, so it should just come right out. There we go. All right, so that's the back. And the front is still here, but I'm going to put this on the ground for a short moment just to just to clear my plate up over here. Battery tray, we want to keep these. The straps on here are really useful, and they're expensive as hell too. Yeah, so make sure you keep that. We have our drive shafts. I think these are 1/16s each. Okay. We're not going to be using this brace. Brace. Okay, so we could just take this off. We're definitely using the rear end though. Boom. All right. Okay, you guys can still see. Nut. Got all these nuts over here. Yeah, I think we're good. So what I'm also going to be doing is tuning the rear end and adjusting it. So when I put it on the other chassis, Actually, I'll show it to you guys, but I can't show you the front. And here it is. This, on the other side of this chassis right here, this is a GT chassis from JustBashIt RC. On the other side of this chassis right here are the electronics that unfortunately I have to hide for now, but it's literally the same thing, just a little bit wider. Same exact thing as this. But yeah, so I pretty much just have to transfer everything. I can't believe this broke. Damn, this thing is crappy. Okay, let's see. Angle looks good. Thanks, Mikey. Technic build. Bosharon. You're not cool, but good save. And believe me, I know I'm not cool. All things RC. I don't feel like answering that right now. What's up, Ed? How are you, Ed? All right, so we have this good, and this is, good. So we really can't do anything else right now with it until we start tuning it. But I want to make sure I get this chassis underway first. Okay. So now we got the front here. What I need to do is get this one screw from the opposite side up and out. So actually what I'm going to do is play with fire real quick. We like fire. Actually, I should probably lift this thing up first. Can I do it yet? Yeah, I should. Let me take off the front nose to this Limitless because I just want to take off the splitter components. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we got the splitter off. We don't need this. We don't need. All right, now we can play with fire. No, we can't. I lied. We can't just yet. But we will. I promise we will. All is well on my end, Ed. I do appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So this here is getting out last bolt to the splitter. So now we can actually remove, bam, this whole thing right here. This is the splitter. Because I just don't want to apply heat with the torch directly on something that's plastic, because that we actually kind of need. So now we have a little micro torch. I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to keep it on there. We're going to want to crack it loose with the 2.5. No, it's spinning on the opposite side. I hate it when it does this. You always want to put more Loctite on the top of this rather than the bottom. Only because you want to be able to remove the whole thing in one and to avoid this issue right here. Nah, I can't do it. All right, well, either way. It's going to come up, whether it likes it or not. Just about done. We just have a couple more bolts. We couldn't get to these before because this whole splitter was in the way. Last 2 bolts, 2mm. There we go. Now we can, bam, crack it loose. See, and this is why you want to crack or get both of the bolts out underneath, because now you have your one post over here, and it's just going to waste more time because there's more Loctite on the bottom than the top, vice versa with the other side, and we don't like that. We don't like that. We don't want that. Yeah, vice grips. And problem solved. Just doesn't grip up that well. Still going. Still going. All right, so that's our other post that was annoying. And we're going to actually want to put it back in here oppositely. And we're going to want to put the one cap head bolt. Where'd it go? Right here. I think it's this one. I thought it was shorter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, see, it's spinning. So we want to take our vice grips again. Kind of want to hold. Yeah. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. We can still screw this in once it's on the chassis. So there we go. Bare chassis. Yeah, the bare chassis from the Arrma Limitless right here. It wasn't that bad at all. Not hard at all. It's just kind of difficult to balance a stupid tripod on with all this. But yeah, chassis for sale. Whoever asked for the parted out things, I could sell it to you if you want. All right, so we have the other parts over here as well. And now I'm going to be tuning and adjusting this to how I want it because that's what we're going to be doing. We got the front, we got the rear. I could just keep that like that right now. What was I just going to do? Brain fart, brain dead. What's up, audio? I see you guys. I'm right there. Rear differential pops out under load. How do you fix this? I mean, it pops out as in how? Out of the differential? Because if so, you need probably need a new diff. All right, so now I'm just getting rid of the horn because the horn and the steering rod. I know for a fact I don't need this because I already have it mocked up on the other one. More parts that I don't need. Okay. So this is good. I can take this brace off. Okay. Done. Done. All right. Yeah, so this thing is going to be super heavy, honestly. That's going to be the one thing about this build. It's going to be bigger than it's going to be a really big motor. All right, so we did that, did this. I think we're about good here. I don't think I need to do anything else. I mean, I could probably take the diff out and change the fluid a little bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. As much as I don't want to do it, but needs to. Needs to. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm also going to take this thing off over here because I'm going to do the same to the rear end as well as the front. So we could take off the whole wing. Don't need this. We don't need it now. I should say that. We do need it. How is that stripped out? I didn't even touch that bolt yet. That's kind of funny. One of the wing mount flathead bolts are stripped. It's always good to have MIP tools on with you. Yeah, that appears kind of stripped. I'm just going to throw that away. It's a wing. Bye-bye. All right. Oh, and so JustBashIt RC sent these thick parts as well. We're going to be running some studded nuts. Check this out. We're going to have some gnarly wheel nuts over there. That's going to be cool. And we also have some body posts, 7075 body posts. It's just going to look really nice. So I'm going to take those off, put these on. I'm unsure about the height. It's going to have to be kind of tall because there's so much stuff in the middle. Do you know if there's a purchasable alternative to get a larger, what? A larger who? Oh, larger lipos? I mean, I'll tell you, you're going to want to take the whole tray off and out if you want to get large, big batteries in there. And you're going to want to drill your own holes and bolt down battery straps to the chassis. That's what I did with Spartan. That's what I did with Spartan a long time ago, actually, because I had to run everything on one side because everything else was counterweighted, like the motor and ESC was on the right side. It might lift this up another one or two. Okay. All right, so it's already looking kind of sweet with these things. Check that out. And all aluminum. Aluminum. Yeah, that sucks about that damn tripod. That was all reliable. That's no big deal. I'll try to move this up a little bit. All right. Seems good. Try to get this adjusted. 1, 2, nothing. All right. So we did that. Bada bing, bada boom. These are the previous smaller body posts. You don't need that. All right. Now I'm going to want to take the rear diffuser off because we will have to go up in diff fluid with how much power. We're going to be running 12S in this build. So we want to make sure we really cross our T's and dot our I's and Q's and whatever. Okay. Actually, I didn't even need to take that off. I could have just done this. Like I forgot how to work on a limiter. Do you know if there's any things or the specs for the what? For the basher, by the way. Oh, that chassis? That's a Limitless chassis, but JBIRC also makes all the other chassis for the Arrmas as well. So same material. You can just get it anywhere. All right, so our rear wing mount. Probably gonna want to keep it plastic, keep it lightweight, unfortunately, but kind of have to. Honestly, this view is so much better than the tripod. The tripod was too far away. It's kind of funny, actually. We gotta loosen this up now. We're also going to be getting all the play out of all of the out of the drive shafts. Let's see. This stream might be long. I don't know. It depends because I really don't want to bug you guys too long. All right, so there we go. Should just buy another screw gun. Just so it could hold the two instead of having to do it every time with the rear chassis brace. We really don't need that right now. Can I move this up? No, I can't do that yet. All right. Move this out. I don't think this matters. I could probably just push it right through. Of course not. Are you settled? You want to? No, it's too expensive. Go with excellent. Let's see. Dustin Woodham, new here, but have enjoyed your videos. Question. Ooh, hang on, it just went down. New infraction 6S on the way. Get the PP Cobra 5 Ace. No, honestly, absolutely not. I mean, I have it myself, and I don't have a use for it. Because here's the thing. You're going to think you're going to need the ESC. It's going to make you faster. It's not. It's just going to allow more power. And already on the market, guys, the market with which, where the hell did my ESCs go? Hang on. Here's my XLX2, right? 99% of the market can't even use this ESC to its fullest. Including me. I'm not like raising myself up. Including me. I can't use this XLX2 to its 100% capability. So why the heck do you need something that could put out more power when I would rather have this and it has a warranty. You know, that's just my take on it. You know, I get it's not perfect passes. It's castles or ghosts or whatever. Yeah, so that's that ESC. I would say no. If you're just going to hoon, I would just go with the X8S, keep the thing light, run a 1650 in it. I would absolutely do that. No, just because on YouTube they make it seem like candy, cupcakes, and all that does not mean you should get it. That's a lot of money for something you're just going to be playing with. Plus, there's no point in playing around with an ESC with that. Mr. Ed, yeah, I'm about settled in right now. I'm pretty much settled, so appreciate that for sure. I just get concerned with all the warnings. Yeah, no, don't even get that ESC. I honestly, I mean, is it good? Yeah, you can push power, but listen, that ESC is pointless unless you have a runway. That's the point of it. Or let's say you drag race and you know what you're doing. But even then, so the guys who drag race, 99% of them can't even put out more than whatever the XLX2 can already do, or an X8S. That's that, you know. That's what I'm going to say to that. So they could sell Water to an Ocean on YouTube. I'm here to steer you away from that. If you're bashing, you don't have to spend $300 on an ESC. You are nuts. All right, you know, I'm just going to be truthful. Let's see what else. RC channel. Yeah, it is a nice chassis from JustBashIt RC. This thing is shiny. Super duper shiny. Very nice. JustBashIt RC. Thick chassis. Bright and blinding. We like it when it blinds us. All right, I'm going to have to get a couple paper towels. 100K? No, where's my 500? I want thick fluid. I want something thick. Or $1 million. We can use $1 million. Actually, screw it. Let's use $1 million. Do I have 500? Yeah, well, $1 million it is. We're going to be using $1 million. Now, notice how I keep it. I haven't even touched the diffs yet, and I'm starting to keep it upside down, just so it's already at the end. By the time, you know. By the time we get to that point, it'll be down, which is kind of ridiculous. All right. Oh, maybe I should actually do this. Yeah, because the diff fluid's going to leak out. Let's see what else. Nitro Pimp. What's up, Andrew? How are you? How's it going, Mr. Andy? Hope all is well. It's been a long time. I think that's everything. Yep, there we go. All right. Differential is about to come out. Let's see. How much is that chassis? I think it's like $260, $270, but I mean, what the hell is $10 off $250 already? There's two variants. There's 7075, and then there is 60, whatever, that one. It's like a $10 difference. It's, you know, it's not a big difference at all, but it doesn't matter. Even if you get the 6065 or 6061 or something, it's insane. Why thick fluid instead of lockers? I will never run lockers, Rageworthy, ever. I don't care. I will never run lockers. If you intend to steer at all in your car, don't run a locker. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they're trying to sell you. I will never run a locker. End of story, period. Maybe drag racing, okay. But for speed run, listen, the Koenigsegg, right? The Jesko or whatever, a Bugatti, okay? They're the fastest real cars, over 300 miles an hour. Do they have lock diffs? End of story. Why ain't this coming out? No, so that's just the thing. If you intend to steer, you know, let's say you're at high speed and you want to you need to correct a little bit. The differential needs to work just a little bit to compensate, and you don't want to bleed power, or you don't want to not bleed power and force the wheels to go at the same time. You're going to break traction on one side. So if you're doing high speed stuff, I would just put 500K to 1 million. Wait, fluid. 500K to 1 million. I prefer 500, but 1 million is also good. You know, you're not going to see too much of a difference. Damn, they really slopped. They really slopped all the grease on this thing. Push slop, push slop. All right, have this wrapped around. I don't care about getting dirty, but I just don't want the grease to spread to other parts of the car. Okay. Honestly, what I should be doing is when I take the diffs out, you should leave them overnight upside down. And that would actually allow gravity to take out all the fluid for you naturally too. Mr. Ed, the RC community, it's pretty good over here. Not so much speed running. There's still drag racing. There's a lot of bashing. That's pretty much it. They're having this weekend a huge drag race in, I think it's Quincy or what. I mean, I'm still new to the area. I have no idea. It's in Quincy. So the events that they have here are so much nicer because it's all like family oriented and like kid friendly, but there's still like serious stuff that goes on out there. It's not just like 2-wheel drive slash stuff. There's 7-scale things running. It's cool, and I'm gonna go to it. It's this Sunday, 1000%. I'm gonna go to it. It's just cool. It's enjoyable, even if you don't drive. You know, that's how you know it's a good event. Let's see, why thick fluid instead? Yeah, so that's why I prefer to steer. I like to steer. That's the reason. Why do you need some level of steering on? Yep, exactly, Mr. RC channel. Like, I don't care if you're trying to go as straight as possible. If you need to force your car to drive straight, your car is not set up right. So as I said, they're trying to sell you. They're trying to sell water to an ocean out there. Trying to sell water to an ocean that doesn't know how to be an ocean. If you know how to set your car up right, you don't run a gyro, you don't run AVC or assistance or anything. Like, I'm not, you know, going to talk down to any brand, but I'm just saying you don't need any assistance to make the car drive. There we go. Well, and here's the thing. If you're going to force your car to drive straight, something's not right. If the car drives straight naturally, that's how you can go faster. Because here's the thing. Guys are spending $2-3 grand on these speed cars, carbon chassis, this and that, and they're spending so much money, and they don't even know how to give it an alignment. So, as I said, alignment is superior to everything else. Because guess what? What they're not going to tell you is that you need to build the road You need to build your car for the road that you run on. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. And that's going to come in time. That's going to come in time. So that's what you got to do. You got to make sure it's built for your road, and then your car will do a lot better. Oh, gravity again. Let me try to do this. All right. All right, give me 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. I'm back. I wasn't that long. See? All right, so this is one diff. What I'm going to actually do is move this off to the side and allow gravity to do its work. You don't get this from advice. You get this from doing it a long time. You know, it's just, for the most part, quick, easy tips and tricks and whatnot. You know, that's really going to help you. All right, Mr. Ed, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, snap. You're in Tallahassee. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm in Tallahassee. You're an hour and a half west of me in Dothan. I don't even know, you know, I don't even know most of the cities here yet. So that's that. Let's see, audio. Do you know why it takes CNHL so long to restock lipos? Well, one thing are the tariffs. So they're trying to battle that. There's also less supply coming to the U.S. in general, the warehouses. So, you know, there's going to be some growing pains. Yeah. Mr. Cow RC. Yes, sir. FAX. Actually, speaking of Cow RC, look at this. I'm actually using that as the I'm using the cowhide bottle. They're degreasing wipes from Cow RC, so make sure you check that out. These are the best wipes. Yeah, because my darn tripod broke earlier in the stream. I don't even know how that happened, but we're using this right now, and Cow RC is holding up pretty well. That's kind of funny, actually. It's ironic. How's it going, Cow? All right, so now we're going to do this side. We want to take this out. Yeah, before you even get electronics, like, it's probably going to take a couple days for some people to get their car right. That should be your priority. Get the car right, then worry about everything else after, you know? Like, yeah, all the shiny stuff is cool and whatnot, but listen. You're not giving it an alignment. If that's not on your mind for this build, stop building it. You're going to spend 2, 3, 4 times the amount to get the car right, you know? And that's that. I'd rather you guys get right than spend an extra 50, 60 bucks to force you to be right. And you're still not right in all reality. You want to make sure the car naturally just drives well. That's all. And I have not heard anyone actually say that regarding advice. So that's scary because they're all trying to sell a product. I get that. I'm just enjoying this live stream, and I'm not afraid to tell you guys, you know, I want to see you guys do really good. And yeah, you could still go with like all the aftermarket upgraded parts and whatnot, but understand it's most certainly not needed all the time. Can I pull this out? Yeah, I didn't. All right. Also fact, yes, sir. Yeah, Cal RC is watching. How ironic. Why isn't this coming out? You know what they say, don't force it. I'm about to take a flathead and just pry it out. No, that's not what you want to do. That is not what you want to do. But Limitless V2 secondhand, and it came with setup for drag with lockers, front and rear. I mean, tell you the truth, I'd take those lockers out, sell it. You could run the bone stock diffs, and you'll handle a little bit better. You know, maybe you could get away with the front diff being locked, but even then, so, you know, you need to build the car for how you're going to drive it ultimately. Maybe I got to move this back a little. Okay, good. Okay, hope you can still see. Look at all this diff fluid. They like schmucked it all on here. I mean, better to have more than less, but God, you guys want some? You need some? Yuck. You really just want like a little bit. That's all you need. You don't need a lot of it. And honestly, when I clean this off, I'm going to be... Actually, now that Cow RC is here, where the hell did it go? I'm going to be using the Udder Butter. I like using this because it's very light, but it's a synthetic grease. And it's good stuff. It really is. I use it on Spark. Oh, crap. Please don't roll. See, now I'm going to get this grease all over everywhere. Ah. God, I have butterfingers today. Look at all that. So much. All right, doesn't matter. I'll clean it off when this is up and off. Now, mind you, as we're still dicking around, as we're still doing this one, we still have the fluid. Watch over here. You can see the fluid. See it? All the fluid's all the way out on the bottom. I think there's like 10, 20K or something like that. A very light viscosity. Same thing with the sun gears, this and that. The lighter the viscosity, the quicker it is going to come out. If you loaded these diffs with like 100K or a million, it's going to probably take overnight. And just keep repositioning them just so they can just still, you know, allow the other diff fluid to come out. 1, 2. Natural pumping. You have to get the Udder Butter in the syringe. Yeah. I got it in the tub. I just usually stick a driver in it and I just wipe it on. I know that's going to be a lifetime supply of Udder Butter in that thing, so, you know, don't really have to worry too much. But yeah, the syringe is going to make it easier. All right, now I'm going to wipe it around. Yep, RC channel. They have all the RC cleaning and maintenance stuff, and I do a lot of maintaining using their stuff. Not a lot. Sorry, I use only their stuff. That was an under exaggeration, really. As I just showed you, I have 2 products. It's standing on a product. I'm probably going to need more. Yeah, check out their website. They do some good stuff. Okay. Got all the schmutz. Look at that. Achoo! Look at that's horrible. Oh, that's gross. All right, I need to get more napkins. And honestly, I should probably do the shocks as well, because much heavier vehicle is going to be just way too springy with the lighter fluid in it. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to put it up to, honestly, I'll put like 10K diff fluid in it, in the shock, believe it or not. All right, so this is our number 2 diff. They are the same. If you have an Arrma Felony, it's going to be different. You're going to have GP6s in the back, and I think that's like a 3.6 or something like that ratio. I don't know. Either way, don't mix diffs. Don't. All right. I can stay here. Have a kilograph that come out. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, Cow. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Yeah, so look at that. These are the spider gears of the differential. Yeah, so now I'm just going to position it down, as you see over here, next to the other one. Let gravity do the work some more. I'm actually going to move the screws off. Then I'm going to put this down as well. All right, now to get the show on the road with the diffs. I hate doing diff work. I'm good at it, but I hate doing it. I dislike it. I despise diff work. I don't mind getting messy. I just don't like when everything else gets messy and then it just like spreads around. Ugh. See, there's some on the other side of this. All right, so this is good right here. We are all centered. I'm going to take one of the sun gears that are I don't have any schmoop on it. Are you gonna use a stock? Yes, sir. Stock limitless body. I'm running 12S in not this, but the other NDA build. Unfortunately, can't show you guys, but if I can do this, this will probably be one of the most powerful OEM body limitlesses on Earth. I don't know if it is or not. You know, whatever. If it's not, okay. But 12, this will be the most powerful single motor build that I will ever be doing. Ever. It's going to be 12S. 12S. So yeah, we definitely need to up our diff fluid. There's our 100 million. And there we go. We got this. Oh, good. Yeah, no more Christmas tree. Nitro pimp, no more. We had to wait like 4 or 5 months, you know. Now we gotta, you know, keep the Christmas tree out. Let's see. Yeah. Well, actually, I had my Christmas tree up like a month or 2 ago, so ironic. Okay. All right, so the pin inside is good. You got to make sure, is that the one? Yeah, and keep in mind, you want to keep repositioning all the gears. I think this is the one, because over time, the fluid, it falls out. And you want to, I think this is it. You want to move it so it can allow more fluid to come out. It's just going to plateau and stop if you keep leaving it on top of its own fluid. All right, so here we go. We got 1 million. 1M. This stuff is serious. There you go. I have it on a driver right here. It's almost putty. Almost. Not so much, but maybe a little bit more. Look at that. Whee! Okay. And I think we're going to be good for now until I put the spider gears in. So I'm going to close this, leave it back upside down so I can move back down. Probably something to do by, yeah, probably. I mean, MGM. I mean, with the stock body, it's going to be difficult because you need that many batteries, unless you just run extremely small batteries and like a very low kV tiny mode, you know. So yeah, but I'm saying like the most power in a stock body is there's probably going to be 30 to 35 horsepower with this one motor, which is almost compared to 2 2028s. It's going to be stupid. And why it will be more power is because it's from a brand that specializes in a lot of amp distributions in their ESCs, not HobbyLine. So finally, well, I can't say anymore. ... Hence Project Megalodon. So this is going to be a cool project. I know you guys will like it. All right, so now we're trying to put this in. Going to want to squeeze it in. All right, so now that it's in, I'm going to keep turning it around so it catches, hopefully. Yeah. Is it in? I don't think so. Yeah, there we go. Now it feels in. And what I'm doing is just packing it. Okay. So you want to actually push it on the ground, on the table, so it's like so it's on a flat surface, and then you want to spin the cup so you can actually spin it without it getting on your hands and everywhere else and whatnot. But I don't want any heavier fluid to where it's putty at that point. 20 million, that's the next step up. I really don't want that because I'm going to use this to bash and play around with, you know. Here's my 1.5, something tiny. I want it out of the screw hole. Okay. All right, so that seems appropriate, I guess, until we spin it all the way around. What I'm going to do, actually, got to clean the tip of this. I'm taking out the little reservoir thing right there. So that grub screw I'm keeping on that. And as I close it, it's actually going to bleed itself out. Ooh, let's not go through the screw hole. All right. Well, earplugs is going to more so lock the diff. I do not want to lock diff. As I stated earlier in the stream, I will never lock my diffs. The reason of having a locked diff isn't feasible. It's not. You want the car to perform normally as how it should be. Okay, going up in your fluid is going to allow the diff to actually work, and it's going to handle a lot better. I will not build a car where it's not going to handle well. So that's that. If you want a good handling car, a really well handling car, the diff a locked diff should be the last thing on your mind. You know, if you're going straight drag racing, okay, maybe you could get away with it, but you know, most certainly I will not be going that route. Not tightening it all the way down. It's just going to be just enough. And before you tighten it down, you want to give it a quick spin so it could actually feel, see? So that million weight. Let me find a little grub screw for it. Plug it back up because I think it might need to be refilled. As I said, I hate doing diffs. Hate them. Hate them, but you got to do them. First 12S build. How's it going, guys? I appreciate all of you who are coming into the channel, watching this live. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, thank you. We just took apart this brand spanking new Limitless, and we also broke a tripod today. So today's amazing so far. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like. Or don't. It's fine either way. No biggie. All right, so now I just spun it, and it feels a lot better, actually. Because it might be kind of loose despite your diff fluid, but it needs to fill the cracks of the teeth. And come on, yeah, get out. Making sure I take out all the whatchamacallit, the fluid that's inside the screw holes. Yeah, what Nitro Pimp said. I will never use. I mean, plugging up your diffs is just as good as getting a spool. You might as well put like, hang on, JB Weld or something, because diff is never going to spin. It's pointless at that point. And there we go. All right. Aluminum diff. Oh my God, English. The diff housing. Are you talking about this? Rageworthy. Do I think this is worth it? Yes. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch the stock plastic one until you have an issue with it, then go aluminum. But if you're doing speed runs and drag racing, you should probably not really even need it, only because you're not running it enough to where thermally it's going to expand and explode. Maybe if you're bashing hard, you know, I would say an absolute yes to that. Yeah, that's what I would do, especially the center diff. So I took apart the little bleeder thing, spinning it around. Oh, you guys see that? There's some fluid coming up right there. I'm gonna swipe that off, just so that there's not a lot of pressure inside the diff, and that's what could also make it blow up and explode. Hyperflow fans, what's going on? We got Hyperflow in the house. He makes some crazy cool fans. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his fans. All right, so this is good. Huh, that's strange. They didn't put a shim on the other side of this. See, that bearing's going like this. I guess this could be a hiccup. Let me see if this side has it. Okay, yeah, that has it. This doesn't. I don't know. Since they're both equal, I'm not going to touch it. If they weren't equal, I would do that. So now here's the other liquid, the grease that we want to take out. Because, I mean, this grease is great for, it's like perfect bashing grease because you want it a little bit, not thick, but a little bit more of a higher viscosity. But if you're doing speed stuff, I definitely get the Utter Butter from Cow RC. Okay, let's make some room up over here. Get rid of this. This is all schmooped up. Let's see. Plastic housing had problems. Yeah, so I mean, if you've already had problems, just swap it out and get done with it. Last, what I'm going to do, hand tighten. Notice how it ratcheted, broke away. When you use the screw gun, you just want to evenly tighten it with your hand, not crazy tight, but yeah, there we go. Nice. I like that. Very, very nice. All right, let's get it. Let's see. 1, 2. Actually, that doesn't matter. I forgot which way the diff goes in. It's probably not going to matter. As long as I put the other one in the right way. I think I have to put both on left side, left and left. All right, I got to hold this real quick. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream, guys. Thank you all for coming in. Also, if you donate, your name will get put up on the board of wisdom. It's right up over there. No, the board of awesomeness, not wisdom. Okay, that should be enough grease. Yeah, it has so much grease. Try to take some of it out, actually. Godly. So much of it. All right. It's like, ugh. All right. So centrifugal force is actually going to make it spin away and whatnot. So need not worry. But what I want to do is feel the backlash on it. Make sure the diff is, yeah, that feels fine. All right. Not sure if I said before, but all donations go towards the channel and actually buying a brand new tripod at this point. Yeah, so all donations are greatly appreciated. Everything, 100% of it goes to the channel directly. Because now we actually need a new tripod, unfortunately. But, you know, it's all good. All good in the hood. All right, now we're going to put this diff back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Feel the backlash. I think I should actually put a little shim in there. See, now this is what sucks about doing diff work. Every little bit counts, especially if you're running a lot of power. This is what really counts. Yeah. Pop. All right, so I'm actually going to, ouch, come on. Put a shim, shim. There we go. I was saving these for a good day. I guess today's that good day. All right. Wish they could just make the Limitless with the metal housing and everything's already done. Everything's already good and Gucci. Now notice what I'm doing. I'm taking a little bit of the grease, putting it on this little O-ring thing. Oh my God, O-ring, this little shim spacer. And that will actually help it hold while I put it in so it doesn't flop around, and then you bend it and break it. Okay, let's get this thing in. Let's get this thing in. All right, I'm gonna have to look up for this one. Hang on. All right, hang on. All right, we're in. We are in. Yeah, that feels a lot better now. Well, of course, I got to screw it on. Yep, back and forth, back and forth. Hang on, Rageworthy. I see your comment. Okay. My new Limitless came with the TP 472950 on ADAS, but I'm afraid this is too true. It is. It most absolutely is. That's a drag motor. I mean, of course, you could run that motor on like 4S and you'll get the same top speed as like 2200 or around 2000 on 6S kV, you know. You don't have to get rid of the motor. Just tune the car with that motor a little bit more directed with what you want. But yeah, I mean, a 1650 is going to be perfect. That's exactly what you want to play around in Bash. Yeah, so that shim was definitely needed. Definitely needed. Holy moly. My God, I hear the neighbors upstairs just screaming. Can they stop being like loud? All right. Got out a lot of the diff fluid. I really don't even want to put much of any. I mean, not diff fluid. Crap, what's it called? Shock, not shock. 100. Let's put 100. And let's do, what's the lightest diff weight that I got? Oh my God, it's 100K. Good grief. Maybe I'll just leave the shocks off, honestly. I think I'll just leave the shocks off only because I will most certainly need to refill them with thicker fluid. Okay, that's one. Might as well just take them all off right now while the other diff is still leaking itself. Okay. This is good. This is good and off, good and off, good and off. Okay. Let's take this shock out. Probably just going to rebuild these shocks off camera because I could always install them later on. I don't have to do it now. Stock shocks are the best shocks. I love them. Just wish they weren't red. I'll probably de-anodize them. Yep, I would. Do you guys hear them upstairs? Do you hear the people screaming and yelling upstairs? That's hilarious. No courtesy for others. That's all right. All right, so 1, 2, crack both of these guys loose. Diff is back in. Everything is okay. Oh, we're going to want to put this back on. Okay. All right, got this, got this. Now what we got to do, see, so the diff is back in and everything is good to go for the most part. Yeah. Let's see. These, so I can put these things on. Use my little, where'd my 8-gauge wire go? Oh, you don't hear them? It's crazy. I hear them loud and clear. It's like they like to be loud up there. So get this. It's a free little upgrade. I'm not cutting the wire. I'm actually cutting the insulation off. And then we're going to stuff it in the cup. There you go. So we got this. Where'd the other one go? In this. It doesn't matter. They could just be around the same size, and you could just use any wire. I prefer 10 or 8 gauge. All right. Now we can move this, move this. This diff is almost good and ready for filling. Okay. All the fluid's almost out of it. That's why I put the axles in last, because I always like to do this. Right here. Okay, now axle goes in, but with the, I'm putting this little rubber grommet thing inside the, oh my God, I dropped it. And you want to put it in horizontally. There you go, just like that. Please stay, please stay, please stay. Nice. And this actually acts as a harmonic balancer, actually. So as the drive shaft moves, oh shit, moves back and forth, it actually absorbs shock and impact from moving left and right. Let's see, bottom out, we're good. All right. Number one. Just thread it back in here. All right. Got this and this. Okay. Nice. Nice. So now you guys can see the axle can actually, it's not squeezed into one side on the out. It's actually able to just go back and forth. You could see how it acts as like a little bit of suspension with the, not suspension. It's just a cushion, harmonic balancer. We're going to want to do that to the other side as well. And then we're going to be good with the rear end for now, at least, minus the shocks. I'm just going to do that on the off time, because I'm sure you guys know how to refill shocks. All right, so we got this. Let's put this in here. Bam. Bing, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, bam. Huh, that's interesting. An audiologist. All right, got this one. I'd just love to de-anodize everything. Bye-bye red. All right, this side is good now too. So now we have left and right, and it flows freely. It's not in there too hard or too soft. So I think actually 10 gauge wire is a little bit better, the insulation. So maybe just 10 gauge wire for that. All right, now we want to, where did our pins go? We got this, let's put this in. Pins. All right, so now we're getting this motor mount housing. There we go. All situated. I'm gonna wait on this because I think, let me just double check. I think I have this in aluminum. I just need to make sure it's the right size. Right here. Let's match it up. My fingers are because it's for the V2. This is a V2. This is a V1. Interesting. Because I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna have to do the drive shafts, unless I'm gonna need the OEM ones. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the OEM ones. Okay. Either way, no big deal for now, because I have to plan how I'm gonna really be doing this build. There it is. So I got it. It's not just putting it together back OEM or back stock. There's a lot more that's going to go into this thing, so I need to plan ahead. Something like this. All right, so I could leave this off to the side for now. Now I'm going to fill, I need another napkin. We're going to fill that diff up. Okay. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the live chat. The live video. We are doing a whole Limitless build from the ground up. Obviously, we're not going to be doing all of it today, but we are most certainly building something that's different on that chassis. Almost that chassis. Basically that chassis. All right, so we have our 1 million fluid. Back over here. Just try to put it down. Okay. All right, so the fluid is in there. Now I can close this up. Hopefully we don't need it anymore. Done. Also, check this out. This is a Castle Creations gear. Not sure if you guys ever knew that Castle makes gears. These are some big old gears right here. This is a 44, but I'm running a 48 on the pinion. Hint, hint. 48 pinion gear is just massive. That's just like a warm-up setup. Okay. Here's our gears. Okay, now I'm going to put it in. This is the messy part. Now remember what I said before, I like putting it upside down here and spinning the cup so it could actually catch and move itself in naturally. Hopefully, if it wants to do it. No, of course it doesn't. All right. Needs more of a push. Oh. There you go. I just saw it seat in. That's what you want. All right, so I'm going to actually do it on here. Flat, push, spin. There you go. 1000% got it on this one. Okay. All right, now remember again, I'm going to want to undo this bleed. Oh, wait, did I undo this already? Did I? Did I? I don't think I did this one yet. Oh, that's not good. I think this diff didn't have any plug in it. That's horrible. That is not good. I mean, for anyone else who doesn't have the right things, but fortunately, it's not a big deal. But for someone who just starts driving it, they'll destroy the diff in probably the first or second run if that's the case. Going into my little grub screw. Haven. Which one should I use? I guess that one. I could use that one. Okay. Keep all my little grub screws and pins in this one little bag right here. See if it even fits. Yeah, it does. I'm just not going to do it now. All right, let's clean this guy off, put the sun gear on. I think we'll be good to install this diff back up. Right here. Bam. Bam. All right. Good. Oh. Yeah, I'm really trying to avoid putting the top of the diff on when the fluid is directly in. You don't want that. You don't want to have a screw back out of you mid-run due to the pressure of a screw. All these little things make a difference when you're really pushing power. Okay. Not pushing it in all the way. You gotta be even with it all the way around. And just like this already. Gotta get all the grease out. I don't want any of this grease and stuff in there. Look at all that. 1000% avoid all of this. All right, so now we can hold it with some more grip. Yeah, gotta get all, and the worst thing you'd ever want to do is put million weight fluid on the actual main gears. So you need to make sure it's all clean before you install anything. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3. Gotta love MIP. Number 4. All right. Yeah, this is the boring part, guys. It's annoying. Oh yeah, this one's a lot stiffer. Probably fill this one up a little bit more, but it's all right. I just need it a little bit stiffer than what the OEM is. It's all good on that. Okay, there we go. There's our diff. What is that? A little elevation right there. What the hell, Arrma? Quality is most certainly not the same. It's probably a little mishap right there. All right, I'm just going to feed this in with a screw gun. Is this even the right size screw? Yeah, I don't think I actually took out a, what's it called? A grub screw to this diff. I don't think. Oh my God, I didn't. That makes a lot of sense. Holy crap. Why I'm saying that is because look at this. It is in here. It looked like fluid. The damn grease was on top of the hole and I couldn't see it. It looked like the inside of the diff. But now we'll be able to bleed it a little bit, which is going to be great. I thought it was out the whole time, so this makes sense. Yeah, that was not good. Now there's going to be a little bit of fluid on the ring gear. See that coming up? See that little bit of fluid? Right there. Keep spinning it around, it's going to over time bleed itself. Guy host, yes sir, I agree with you. I love the PPS mount. That is the best mount. JBIRC is actually making them. JBIRC and PPS, they both teamed up together actually for to expand the business. So it's a great thing. How can I clean this? How can I clean this? I think we're good though. Let me see. Adele. Hello, bro. Is it CNC? Can't even see the other word. Yeah, of course it's CNC machine. It is all good stuff. Okay, well, I'm not going to reinstall this one just yet because I actually want it's 7075 aluminum. That's what the material is. Getting out as much grease as possible. They really schlooped it on here. Why I'm putting a little bit on the outer rays is just so that I could have that. Oh, I got some on me again. So I can have the shim stick to it much easier. So yeah, I think I'm just going to swap out the drive shafts. And I'm going to go with the V1 style Limitless instead of a V2. It's still a V2 Limitless, but I'd rather the layout to be a V1. Oh, stay. All right. Let's get this back in. All right, that's good. Yes, sir, it is amazing. Okay. All right, so our diff is almost good. I just definitely don't want. I might just have to go through every single tooth because a little bit of million weight fluid actually came out. And that's a no-no. You do not want that. That's actually going to slow your car down. That's why you want to have extremely light viscosity grease. You do not want it to be super heavy. That will slow you down then. It's better for off-road or heavy-duty use, but, you know, if you're doing high speed, you want to have the least amount of resistance possible. Yep, this is the rear diff, but it's identical to the front diff to a Limitless. Literally going through every single tooth. This build is going to need this kind of care of build because it's going to be running 12S. Crazy power, crazy power. I hate doing this. I should say dislike. I dislike doing it. Oh, well, at least we're moving along. We're moving along. We're almost done here. Just the boring part. All right, should be fine. All right, so that's good. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna take all this. Look at all of that extra. You want all of that out. It looks cool. It's actually really good grease if you're bashing, but we are not bashing. We're going to be going crazy fast. We might do some bashing. Crazy 12S bashing. Damn, they used a lot of grease in this one. They like their grease. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm going to clean it out a little bit more. Okay. Just going to put this right in here. So much grease. It's not a bad thing though, you know, but we need to care for every little bit. There we go. I mean, for the most part, we're clean. For the most part. All right, garbage, garbage. This is garbage. Okay. All right. I think this goes into the left. I think. Is everything in? Yeah. Let me just double check. It's always good to double check. It never hurts. Everything is evenly tight. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want to compromise the differential because without it, the car's not going to be driving right. It's going to drive left. Oh, I'm going to put the little shim washer, putting one on there right from the get-go. I think it goes left, left. Okay. There we go. All right, there you go. You got to be really careful with the shim that you don't bend it because, oh, that might be a little bit too much actually. Oh yeah, definitely too much. All right, that's coming out. Yeah, so they're not the same. They're most certainly not the same. Okay. No shim. Bye-bye. The front needed at least one. Yeah, that's a lot better. Much, 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 much better. All right, let's get rid of this grease. Grease trap. Where'd the diff housing cover go? There it is. All right. Ski Man 21632, kind of like measure. Yeah, exactly. Kinda. Oh. Gonna be grease all over the car. Oh my God, they're just screaming upstairs, slamming doors. That's crazy. Oh, now they're playing their loud music again. It's glorious. That's no big deal though. Okay. That goes in. We have this guy right here. Yeah. But it's what I got to do right now. Unfortunately, I wasn't buying a house 10, 20 years ago. I was in second, third grade. That's the unfortunate thing. Stupid. One. Two. Number 3. Where'd number 4 go? There it is. Is this screw bent? This screw is literally bent. How did this even get put on the car? That makes no sense. This is a different screw. Yeah, so definitely it pays to really check over the car before you really run it. I'm actually so glad I'm checking it rather than not. Taking the easy way and not. All right, now I'm going to take the shocks off. I think I'm going to deanodize them. I'm going to deanodize them and then refill them up with much thicker fluid. Okay, bam, bam. Shock, 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 shock. I'm going to take this off. I'm not doing it now, though. Done. God, this thing is going to be so heavy. All right, done, 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 done. Okay, is this the same as the other one? Let's see that. Yeah, I think it is. This is the same. This is the one that's different. All right, so this is good. Yeah. It appears so. All right, let's see what else. Rear end. Should I even do it? Yeah, no. I'll do the front. The front's a lot easier to put on. So, we got this. I'm gonna throw this out. Because we are just about out of time. That's not a bad thing. All right, so yeah, we are good here. Oh, actually, I can't even do this. No, because it's got to go on the other chassis. Can't do it. Okay. guess we won't do this. At least not yet. I'm going to put this wing mount back up. All right. This is the rear diffuser. It's the only diffuser. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change this out right here. Okay, we're taking this one out and we're putting this one. It actually helps with aerodynamics. There's some aerodynamics, just like that. About 10% left battery on that. So all right, throw this away. Don't need that. See, so now they're all lined up. So that's what you want aerodynamically. Aerodynamically. All right, so we're good here. We're good with this. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to put the rear diffuser back on now. All right. Maybe this is a better, is this better the whole time? Maybe I should have moved it back a lot more. Schmuck. Maybe I'll just keep doing that for the camera angle, honestly. I mean, this right here seems fine. Is it all right? I'm actually using this chassis, believe it or not, as a reflection to help get some light in through the back. Okay, so there's this, there's that. Come on. Okay. All right, so we're done here. Everything feels really good, actually. Yeah, not too much grease. That's exactly what we want. Or that's what we don't want. We don't want too much grease. All right, so we're done with this. Oh my God, now they're listening to low credit score music. I can hear it right through the wall. It's crazy. All right, that's still not a big deal. This thing was pretty cool. I mean, these little aluminum posts really make the vehicle look pretty cool. Look awesome. All right, so this is pretty much good. Can't do anything else with this till we mount it on the vehicle. So I think we're actually about good here. I'm gonna do the shocks at a later point. I'm gonna de-anodize them and whatnot. So, all right, we're just about done here. This is what we have so far. Pretty much completely taken off front end, rear end right here. Gonna be going right on the. It's gonna look beautiful. It really is. It's gonna look beautiful on this JustBashIt RC chassis, PPS motor mount, and as well as the JBIRC servo mount as well. It looks sweet. Yeah, so we have all things here going up, and hopefully everything holds up. And yeah, this right here, I'm not even going to use this whole mount because we already have the PPS mount, and I already have a custom spool in there already. Yeah, so all right, so we're pretty much done here. We're pretty much done. So appreciate all of you guys who tuned into this channel. The live stream, I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, asking questions, liking, all that stuff. So thank you so much. And donations, if you guys donate, everything is used for the channel, i.e. we're going to be buying another tripod that kind of broke earlier, about an hour ago, but no big deal. Actually, I think it was kind of better standing up right here, actually. So either way, hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate all of you. Have a good one.